Are you ready to elevate and change your life in 2025? Well, I'm here to make it simple and get straight to the point. I have completely transformed my life over the past few years through a bunch of different things that I've found myself being guided to do, and it's time for me to now share this with everyone. So, this is not a channel dedicated to one specific area. This is a channel that will be everything you need to get into your highest timeline. So, allow me to guide you to your highest timeline. It is possible. Let's get right into it. The first thing you're going to want to do is get super clear on what you want. This is easier said than done. Sometimes we don't know what we want. So here is what I recommend. I want you to dedicate a few hours to get completely in your own energy. So turn off all distractions. Do not let anyone be in your vicinity. Turn your phone off. Get your phone as far away from you as possible. And you're going to want to just get into get into your own energy. So I recommend breath work and meditation to really just get in tune with yourself. So this is when you quiet the external world, you're able to start listening to who you really are at the core. So you're going to want to kind of tap in, okay, what do I want if I could have anything? And I want you to not be afraid to dream too big here, okay? You are your own greatest limiter. So dream as big as you honestly can think of, okay? Because that is the limit, what you set for yourself. So anything is possible. And this channel is going to help you tap into like making your dreams possible because it is possible. So you get clear on what you want, like I said, as big as you want. Don't worry about the how. How am I going to make this happen? It may seem like, how would this ever happen? You need to let go of how it happens and let the universe work its magic. So what happens is you put these desires out into the quantum field, which makes it all like exist in the quantum field. So then what happens is things start shifting to guide you toward that. Not like it's just going to magically appear. You also need to take action, but first, we need to imagine something into the quantum field. I'm going to make an entirely separate video on how to create this into your reality. I actually went ahead and typed out all of my goals, long term and short term. Reading it every day is important. So I'm going to make a whole separate video on how you can attract this into your life easier. But I want you to also realize that you should dream so big that it scares you. So fear is a good indicator that something is important to your soul. I usually don't feel fear about anything until recently. Tackling some new projects with this free time that I have right now, I started feeling feelings I've never experienced before: resistance, ego, and fear, trying to kind of hold me back. And so of course I recognize that. I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm not used to feeling this." So I want to read a quote from this book that describes it perfectly. This is one of my new favorite books. It's called The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. I am obsessed with this book. So it says here, rule of thumb: the more important a call or action is to our soul's evolution, the more resistance we will feel towards pursuing it, aka fear, aka ego trying to tell you to not do it, trying to come up with all the reasons why you shouldn't. So as you can see, you need to go after what scares you, because if something doesn't scare you, then that's not really exciting or worth it. So fear to me is actually a good thing. And it was so weird for me to be experiencing that because it's just not something I'm used to. But I learned a lot, and now can help other people navigate that. So I'm going to make an entirely separate video on resistance, fear, and ego, because I hope that this channel also attracts other creatives that are ready to express themselves and get their art and opinions and everything out there to serve the collective. I'm hoping that we can all unite together to do this and just power through together, because that is what this is about, for us to go through the resistance, through the fear, and just do what we're called to do at a soul level and fulfill our mission. So as far as this whole plan of getting clear on what you want, I'm going to make a whole separate video, because we need to actually go in and do rewiring of your brain, because our subconscious mind is very important to properly wire to make it possible for those things to happen. Because if you don't believe something is possible for you, it is pretty much 100% for sure not going to be possible. So this is a crucial part that I will make an entirely separate video on how I do this and how I have achieved things that I thought were never possible through doing this method. So next I want to talk about the most important thing that I could possibly be speaking about, and that is God. Now, I want to start this off by saying I know that this is a touchy subject, and I'm actually not religious, okay? There is actually a lot of corruption in religion. So I am here to redefine God and redefine your relationship with God because it's been very tainted, and I'm going to make a whole separate video explaining all of my views on this and what I've found through the years. But having God as the foundation, you have to have God as the foundation of all. Without God, we cannot be whole. You may think that you can feel whole with filling you may think, oh, I'll be whole if I have this person or this item. You will never truly be whole unless you have a deep connection with God. I know that sounds harsh, but trust me on this one. And like, we are literally children of God. We are. God is the creator of this entire everything. We are children of God. Our consciousness is a piece of God's consciousness, and then we come to earth and we get programmed and shaped into who we are. But at the core, we are created in God's image. We are God's children. And so we have the creation abilities. And so that's what I've been tapping into lately. And it's changed my life. So I will make a whole separate video helping to get you closer to God, because I'm telling you, this is life changing, and it's going to take the load off of you when you are co creating with God. It makes everything so much easier. Trust me on this one. This world does everything it can to sever the connection between us and God. And it worked on me for a while. And I'll make a whole separate video on that. But my life is changing now because I'm back connected. So not only can we work with God, we can work with ascended masters such as Yeshua, Jesus Christ, Mother Mary. We can work with the angels. You all have spirit guides that you can work with. We have a lot at our disposal that people don't even use because you can't see it. So honestly, this is God's channel. I am going to just be channeling messages that God wants me to get out to help everyone. My deepest desire is to help people, and that's what this channel is for. I'm going to help guide you back to God, guide you back to what you have at your disposal to use. And it's going to be a beautiful journey, and I'm so excited to be your guide for this. Number 3 is to have a daily gratitude practice. So this is essential because what you want to attract into your life, you have to be a vibrational match for. It's just a universal law. So if you're living in a lack mindset, you're going to attract more lack. But if you're living in an abundant mindset, you're going to attract more abundance. So even if you don't feel abundant, you may be comparing yourself to all these people on social media who look like they have so much more. They have all these cars and all this fancy stuff. And you may think, oh, I have nothing. Okay, let's think about that. We can breathe for free. It's a vital, like, we have to be thankful for everything. How lucky are we to have breath for free? How lucky are we to be able to walk? Not everyone can walk. It's like we take things for granted until something goes wrong and you have that taken away from you. Like, think about if you couldn't walk. A lot of people suffer through that. They would do anything to be able to walk, and we're walking around every day taking it for granted. You have so much more than you realize, and it's time for us to start recognizing that and properly thanking God for that. Now, when you think about it, God wants to give to those who are thankful. Why would God want to give to people who are ungrateful and not a vibrational match? So it's very important here to shift your mindset to an abundant mindset. Even if you don't have everything that you want, you need to find ways to feel abundant to attract more abundance. Trust me on this one. All right, so we've gotten clear on what we wanted. We've teamed up with God to make it easier. We've also started to align with the energy of abundance and gratitude. So what's next? Get away from that damn phone. I'm telling you right now, this is so crucial. So over the years, I have really stopped going on my phone as much. And I feel bad because there's a lot of people that try to talk to me, and I just can't do it because I'm so focused on myself. And it's hard to balance, but I'm currently on a phone detox where I'm not going on my phone much at all for 17 days straight. And it is changing my life because I'm able to tap fully into my own energy. So I want you to imagine this. Imagine how much time you waste on your phone that you could be using to create your ideal life. When you scroll on your phone for, let's say, 5 minutes, you're exposing yourself to hundreds of things that take your brain in all sorts of directions. And how it's like you're becoming a product of everything you're exposed to instead of being in your own energy and tapping into who you are, therefore, like being able to create. So I've realized stay away from the phone as much as possible. And so this was extremely highlighted to me during the election when found myself like going on my phone so much to stay caught up. I found myself mindlessly scrolling, which I never used to do. And so I was like, "Oh my god, like this has to change," because I wasn't even feeling like myself anymore. And I was like, "Oh my god, this is awful. Like I'm not even me. I'm like just taking in all of this extra stuff." So what I did was I went the opposite extreme. I like turned my phone on grayscale so you can have it in black and white so it's much less appealing to go on. I started not even carrying it on my person like at clinic. I would leave it in my purse. I wouldn't check it in between patients. Like I would just really act like I didn't have the phone. And my life was so much better. And that is when I got the guidance to start this YouTube channel. And I also got guidance on other creative projects that I never thought that I would do. All of these things started being highlighted to me because I was not on that phone as much. And it was so amazing. And so I'm telling you guys right now, it is that damn phone. Think about how much time you're wasting on that. So just try to really limit your time on that thing because the way I see it, people will. Do you want to be 10 years from now and realize that you've wasted your whole life looking at other people's lives instead of creating your best life? How sad would that be? So take that energy and put it toward you. Find out who you are. I'm telling you, it is the key. So get away from that phone, take a phone detox. You may think, oh, I'm going to miss out on all this important stuff. No, you're not. Trust me. A lot of that stuff is to keep you in lower timelines on the phone. Like it's stuff that is going to mess with you to make you. That's a video for a whole nother time. So, moral of the story is don't lose yourself to the phone. The phone will make you as far away from who you are as possible if you allow it to be like the primary thing that you do in your life. So, this leads me to the next thing. Find a creative outlet. This is so important to allow a way for your creative energy to flow. This is how the soul expresses itself, whether that be cooking, dancing, singing, any type of musical creation, writing, acting. There's so many ways to express yourself creatively. And that energy, that creative energy that we all have is dying to come out. So if you are not ever tapping into that, you're not really being your full self. And so my quote for 2025, I made this up and I'm obsessed with it. I will create more than I consume. So I'm not saying that you have to like never go on your phone and always only create, but try to find a better balance where you are tapping into that creative energy and you will find that you feel so much more fulfilled when you're able to express that energy out. And so I'll make a whole nother separate video explaining like ways to allow your creative energy to flow because this has made me this has truly made me feel so fulfilled when I tap into my creative endeavors. That is what I came here to do, is to create and to step into my mission as someone who helps people get to their highest potential and guides people through the ascension of Earth to 5D. Next, you need to cut people off. This is so important. Now, I know that this is easier said than done, but like there are people in your life, think about it. Who do you know is not good for you in your life? Who is holding you back from being the highest version of yourself? If there's people that you're with and you leave feeling drained and worse than when you got with them, that is a sign that those people are not meant for you. You're supposed to leave a gathering feeling uplifted and fulfilled. And so I think a lot of us put up with connections that we shouldn't. There are 8 billion people on this planet. So if you want to attract better relationships, you have to let go of what no longer serves you to allow the universe to bring in what does serve you. Trust me on this one. You deserve so much more than a shitty person in your life who's making you feel like crap. This is honestly a form of self love, which is so important. I have so many videos to make. Self love, prioritizing what's best for you. So it may be hard to cut people off. I understand that. But if you want to be stepping into your highest timeline, these are things you're going to have to do. So when in doubt, ask yourself, is this in alignment with my highest self? And that will help you navigate any situation. Next up, stop listening to bad music, meaning music with negative lyrics, negative frequencies. So, this is easier said than done. I have struggled with this a lot because I really love to trap the fuck out. I'm not gonna lie. Always have, always will. So, if you really need to listen to that music, you need to affirm beforehand, this music does not reflect my current reality. I reject this music entering my subconscious, something like that. So everything is going into your subconscious mind, everything around you. So if you are directly listening to music that is negative lyrics, your subconscious mind does not know the difference between truth and lie. So those kind of become part of your beliefs. And I know it's hard to believe some of the things I'm saying, but you need to just trust me on this. This is how a lot of things work. And so there's a lot of darkness in the music industry. That's a video for a whole nother time. So let me give you an example. I was living in downtown Denver and there was this guy.
My favorite person is here and he always plays this exact song. This is the third weekend in a row. And I actually love this song and it's not even on SoundCloud. Okay, this is 2 nights in a row.
Playing this song by Jelly Roll, Eminem, and Tupac. And I actually really liked the song. Tupac's part was so good.
I mean, I really respect this. It's just interesting he plays the same song every time. Oh, gotta twirl it around. Yeah.
So I like type the song, it's only on YouTube. And I'm like, "Ugh, I wish I didn't like this song because the lyrics are not good." Meaning, after I listened to the song, I had it stuck in my head on repeat. This is how music can start programming your mind in a negative direction because it has catchy lyrics with catchy music. And so then it's like a running in your mind. Do you see how this can be used as a weapon against us? So the lyrics, I'm a lost cause.
See,
Baby, don't waste your time on me.
I wish I didn't like this song because I don't want to program those lyrics into my mind.
I'm so damaged beyond repair.
Those are not the type of lyrics I want to listen to.
Life has shattered my hopes and dreams.
But, like, I like the beat of this song. And Tupac goes hard on this. I feel like I need to go talk to him. See, like, you don't want to be telling yourself that you're a lost cause, that you're damaged beyond repair. Like, listening to music like this, well, yes, like, I'm not saying your emotions are not valid, but you don't want to just, like, reinforce that because your subconscious mind doesn't.
Do I want to have that playing in my mind constantly? I'm a lost cause. I'm damaged beyond repair. My subconscious doesn't know the difference between that being truth or lie. So that is the last thing that I want to be programming into my reality. So be careful with what you listen to. Like I said, easier said than done. Try to find music that has positive vibrations, positive frequencies. Trust me. Last but not least, there's so many things I wanted to put in this video, but I'm trying to not get too long. I could talk for hours about things you should do to get to your highest timeline. So stay tuned on this channel if you want more of this information. So stop eating crap. Okay, so let's regroup with what we've gone through. So, what have we done? We have gotten clear on what we wanted. We've teamed up with God to make it easier. We've aligned with the vibrational frequency of gratitude to attract prosperity, abundance, all of that. We've distanced ourselves from our phone so we can get in touch with who we truly are. We found a creative outlet to express ourselves and allow our soul to be free. We've cut people off that are holding us back and not facilitating our highest timeline. We've stopped listening to bad music that is getting programmed into our subconscious. So we've done all of this. We cannot just continue to eat a bunch of crap if we want to be in alignment with our highest self. It's true what they say, you are what you eat. So, like, your body, you need to treat it like a temple. I've started treating my body like a temple, and it's my body. Like, I love my body. What would I do without this body? I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't do anything. We are so lucky to have our bodies. We need to start treating our bodies with respect. We need to start expressing gratitude to our bodies daily. I know a lot of people have a negative body image, and I know it's tough nowadays with social media and everything comparing, but you have to just fall in love with yourself. And our bodies, we need to treat them with the respect they deserve. So if you're eating fast food multiple times a week, how do you expect your body to perform its best? And how do you expect to perform your best mentally in every aspect of your life if you're just eating a bunch of processed crap? That is not real food. So I'm not trying to be the no fun police. I'm trying to be the get to your highest timeline police. So you can indulge in that stuff every now and then, like, but just try to be very minimal with it. Personally, like, I am so strict on what I eat, not even because I'm trying to like be a certain weight, but because I'm trying to treat my body with the respect it deserves. So I only eat whole foods, and of course I do have some processed things like protein bar. That I try to have the most healthy ingredient protein bar, but like, it's hard to not have anything processed, but just try your best to keep it to a minimum, and your body will thank you and it will reflect in throughout your whole life. I know it's tough when you don't have much time, and I know money is an issue too, because eating healthy unfortunately can be more expensive, but you are worth it. So this is another form of self-love. There are 2 songs I want to link below for you to check out. The first one is called A Journey Through Space and Time. That was my first music release. So that kind of takes you through imagining that you're getting transported to your highest timeline. If you really lay down and tap into your own energy and imagine it happening, it can transform. Trust me. With the intentions I've set when making it, there's a lot of power in music. And then the second song I want to recommend is called Infinite Potential. So it has 2 parts. It starts out kind of like you're sad and you're just feeling hopeless. And then halfway it switches to you stepping into your power and remembering who you are, and remembering that you are a divine being that can create anything. And you rise up and you just feel all of that potential with that song. So I'll link those below. They're available on all platforms. And for more information on what I stand for, go to marianneforpeace.org. I believe in you. Oh, I just got full body chills. I believe in you. I love you, and I know that you can make this your best year yet. Please allow me to guide you there. I have so much to share with you. You've got this. I love you. Have the best start to 2025.